Ever wonder why older men often choose younger women? This question stretches back through centuries of tradition and human nature. It's not just about attraction, it's about biology, social roles, and timeless patterns that have shaped relationships for generations. Today, we'll uncover the powerful reasons behind this age-old dynamic and why it continues to endure. If you want to understand the traditional truths behind this connection, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe and let's dive into the foundation of this lasting attraction. Number 1. Biological drive. From a traditional, evolutionary perspective, the attraction of older men to younger women is deeply rooted in biology. Throughout history, survival and reproduction were primary goals for humanity. Younger women typically represent higher fertility and reproductive potential, which naturally attracts men who want to pass on their genes. Fertility tends to peak in a woman's late teens to mid-20s, making youth a key factor from a purely biological standpoint. In traditional societies, where family lines and offspring were essential for survival, older men seeking younger women made practical sense. This isn't just about attraction, it was a strategic decision aimed at ensuring the continuation of the family name, inheritance, and lineage. Men who paired with younger women were more likely to have healthy children, increasing the chances their genes would survive and flourish. This biological drive is not just about physical appearance but also about health and vitality, as youth often correlates with a lower risk of complications during childbirth. Historically, older men, often more established and financially stable, could offer protection and resources, while younger women could contribute to the family's future through childbearing and nurturing. In traditional cultures, this dynamic created a balance that supported the community's growth and stability. While modern societies have shifted in many ways, these deep-rooted biological factors still subtly influence attraction patterns. Understanding this helps frame why such relationships have been common throughout history, reflecting the natural instincts of survival and reproduction that shaped human behavior long before modern social norms evolved. Number 2. Youth and vitality. In traditional societies, youth has always been closely linked with vitality, beauty, and health, qualities highly valued by men, especially older men. This preference isn't just superficial. It's deeply tied to the idea of life's energy and the promise of renewal. Younger women typically exhibit signs of physical vitality, smooth skin, bright eyes, energy, and overall good health. These traits traditionally symbolize life at its peak, which naturally attracts men who may feel the passing of their own youth. For older men, being with a younger woman can feel like connecting with that fresh energy, almost like an extension of their own vitality. Historically, youthfulness was a sign of strength and endurance, important for childbearing and raising a family. Older men who paired with younger women often sought to complement their own experience and stability with the youth's dynamism and vigor. It was a way of balancing life stages, wisdom and protection from the man, youth and energy from the woman. This attraction also had social significance. Beauty and vitality were often celebrated as symbols of health and good genes, reinforcing the idea that youth was a desirable trait for women, especially in marriage or long-term partnerships. Older men could demonstrate their ability to attract and care for such a partner, which boosted their social status and respect within the community. In many traditional cultures, this dynamic was not merely about looks but about a deeper harmony between age and youth, experience and growth. The older man's wisdom combined with the younger woman's vitality created a partnership that was valued for its balance and potential to thrive. While modern values are more diverse, this traditional outlook helps explain why youth and vitality have remained attractive qualities for older men throughout history. Number 3. Social roles. Traditionally, relationships between older men and younger women were shaped by clearly defined social roles, which helped maintain order and stability within communities. In many cultures, men were expected to be providers, protectors, and decision-makers, while women were often seen as caretakers, homemakers, and nurturers. These roles influenced why older men often preferred younger women as partners. Older men were typically more established in their careers, land ownership, or social standing, meaning they could offer financial security and protection. Younger women, who were just beginning their adult lives, were traditionally seen as suitable partners who could focus on family life, child-rearing, and managing the household. This complementary division of labor was valued because it ensured that both partners contributed to the family's success in their own ways. In this traditional outlook, an older man's experience and resources balanced with a younger woman's energy and caregiving role. The older man's role was often to provide stability and protection, while the younger woman's role was to maintain the home and nurture children. This arrangement was seen as natural and practical, forming the foundation of many stable, long-lasting families throughout history. Additionally, younger women marrying older men often meant gaining social status and security for themselves and their future children. Older men, having already proven their capability to provide, were desirable partners from a traditional standpoint, ensuring the family's welfare and social position. This division of social roles has deep roots in history and tradition, and even though modern societies have evolved, the influence of these roles can still be seen. The traditional expectation that men lead and provide and women care and nurture shaped much of human history and explains why relationships between older men and younger women have been common. Understanding this social framework helps clarify the dynamics of many traditional partnerships, emphasizing stability, security, and clearly defined roles as key reasons older men have been drawn to younger women. Number 4. Status symbol. In traditional societies, relationships between older men and younger women were often seen as a symbol of status, wealth, and success. For an older man, having a younger partner was not just about personal preference but also a public demonstration of his accomplishments and social standing. Historically, older men who could attract and support a younger woman signaled to their community that they were prosperous, powerful, and capable. This was especially true in times and places where resources were limited and social hierarchies mattered greatly. Wealthy landowners, nobles, or successful businessmen often had younger wives or companions, which showed they had the means to provide a comfortable life. This relationship dynamic was about more than just attraction, it was a form of social currency. The age difference visibly reflected the man's ability to care for someone younger and more vulnerable, emphasizing his role as provider and protector. It reinforced his reputation as a man of means and influence. In many traditional cultures, a man's status was often tied to the size of his household and the youthfulness of his spouse. Having a younger wife suggested that he was desirable and strong enough to maintain that position, which could boost his respect and influence within the community. It could also ensure alliances and strengthen social networks, since marriages were often strategic as well as personal. Furthermore, for younger women, marrying an older man of status could bring social and financial security, making the union mutually beneficial within traditional societal expectations. This outlook helps explain why older men, especially those with resources, have historically sought younger partners. It was a reflection of success, security, and social power. Even though modern views on status and relationships have changed, this traditional perspective sheds light on the long-standing cultural significance of such pairings. Number 5. Wisdom and guidance. Traditionally, relationships between older men and younger women often included a dynamic where the man's experience and wisdom complemented the youth and learning stage of the woman. Older men were seen as mentors and protectors, bringing stability, knowledge, and guidance to the partnership. In many traditional societies, age was respected as a source of wisdom. Older men had lived through more challenges and learned valuable lessons about life, relationships, and society. This made them natural leaders within their families and communities. Younger women, in contrast, were often just beginning their adult lives and relied on the older man's experience to navigate the complexities of marriage, family, and social responsibilities. This mentor-mentee relationship wasn't just about age but about the natural flow of knowledge and support. The older man provided counsel, protection, and decision-making, while the younger woman brought energy, care, and adaptability. This balance was seen as essential to a strong, functioning household. Historically, this dynamic also reinforced social stability. By following the guidance of their elders, younger women maintained traditions and values that had been passed down for generations. Older men ensured the continuity of cultural norms, moral conduct, and family legacy through their leadership. Moreover, this arrangement often gave younger women a sense of security and belonging. Being with a wise, experienced partner meant they were less vulnerable to life's uncertainties and had a reliable protector who could support them through various challenges. From a traditional standpoint, this combination of wisdom and youth created harmony, ensuring that both partners contributed to the family's long-term success in complementary ways. It explains why older men have historically been drawn to younger women, not just for physical reasons but for a meaningful partnership built on guidance, trust, and mutual support. Conclusion. The attraction between older men and younger women is deeply rooted in biology, social roles, and time-tested tradition. This balance of vitality, wisdom, and stability has shaped families and societies for centuries. While times have changed, these timeless reasons still help explain why such relationships endure. If you found this perspective insightful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos exploring the traditions that shape our world. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on this classic topic.